All right, I'm just. I've got to say this. My quote unquote insider had told me, and I've told you guys. I guess it's been about a month now. Would you say? Maybe a month and a half. He said, "Well, I can tell you one thing." I said, is there anything going to happen? Yeah, this would have been 2 months now because we're talking beginning of April. And I said, "Is there anything, that you could tell me maybe that might be about to happen the next 2 weeks or so?" And he said, "Well, we can't give you a time frame. We don't know about the time frame, but what I could tell you is that President Trump's wife is going to come out at some point and address the nation. Address the nation." Now, he emailed me again later and said, "By the way, you notice the choices of words I use. Address the nation rather than a speech. She's going to address the nation, and the topic is going to be healing." And I thought, oh, again, is it the trafficked kids or women? Is it, blah, blah, blah? Could it be this? Don't know. I guess we're going to have to wait and see what she's talking about, right? And sure enough, the president's wife came out about 3 times, and people are like, "Joe, you hear the words? I don't know, what do you think?" I'm like, no. The topic's not healing. Like, that's not what... I hear what she said, but no, that's not it. All right, So we just had this major event. Was it, I guess, is it Minneapolis? This police officer's got a guy who's already in handcuffs, black guy in handcuffs, down by the back of his police car. He's got his knee on the neck of the guy, and the guy finally is like, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. And the guy just keeps his foot there, his knee there the whole time, and chokes him out basically. And now they're saying he's dead. Now I'm going to read you some very interesting and controversial things here, but what I want to say right off the bat is, if Melania Trump comes out and addresses the nation about a time we need to heal, there needs to be healing, whatever the topic is, healing, and it's in relation to this event that just happened, and my insider told me 2 months ago, look for an event in which the president's wife comes out and addresses the nation, the topic's going to be healing. My mind will be so blown. I don't even know what... that if that happens, then that means what I'm about to share with you right now and show you, the whole thing was a setup? And again, I don't think so right now. I think this was a legit thing. But let's look at a few things. So first off, this is not the guy. This is a police officer that was in the area. He works there. None of that. This is in one of the areas they rioted. And this lady says, here are screenshots from his ex-wife who posted them, confirming this is him, along with this photo. So there was a video. Is it down here? Someone had posted showing this guy who's got an umbrella in his hand, and this little pink or purple mask around his face. She says, "Oh no, that's him, because he's actually wearing my freaking mask." She said, "I recognize the color," and this whole face mask. Anyways, her claim is that he is an agent provocateur, and he's seen in the video walking next to one of these stores, busting the windows out. When people start filming him, he gets really, really nervous and starts to kind of run off. So the ex-wife is making the claim, not me, that St. Paul police officer, this guy, is him. And he went, changed clothes, went out to get people riled up and help rioting by breaking windows and getting the party started, basically, so other people would follow. That's the claim. So her comment is, "Oh my God, yes. Where's the AutoZone? MPLS, Lake and Hiawatha was where the first fire started. I'm 90% sure. Voice, the person's voice, his walk, everything. Me too, it looks exactly like him. Do you recognize any of the gear? The gas mask. I know his partner was working the fires. Oh, really? So, if they were both already in MPLS, right. That's my gas mask. The gloves, too. Holy crap, Megan. I'm shaking. So that's interesting. And then we have this. These are his neighbors. Not that guy. The actual officer who choked out the black guy. This guy and this lady here are his neighbors, and this guy is asking questions, and so is the camera person. How does someone not know their next door neighbor was a cop? Never saw a squad car? Never saw a badge? Never saw a holstered weapon? Cop buddies? Like, this whole thing is starting to get real interesting. And that's what the neighbors say, and other neighbors really didn't like the guy. The wife seemed real nice, she says. So that's interesting. Okay? And this is where it gets really interesting. George Floyd, the guy, this is him here, the guy that died, and the police officer who killed him, both worked as security at the same club as recently as last year. So they may have known each other. What are the odds? And the funny thing is, when he's on the ground dying, he can still talk. He's talking, telling me I can't breathe. Never once does the video show, like, hey, we used to work together, dude, relax. Wouldn't you say that? Dude, it's me, Joe. Like, why are you treating me like this, dude? We used to work together. I'm not going anywhere. I'm in handcuffs, dude. But, like, we work together. No two people, whether it was a police officer and a civilian now, it doesn't matter. You worked with somebody. You're on the front lines in a club, whatever. And this lady, who's the club owner, she says, the police officer, boy, he was really quick to pull out mace and like tasers, or I don't know if she said tasers, but pull out mace and just like immediately start spraying people. Like, don't even try to de-escalate, just start spraying him right away. She goes, I think he was a little quick to draw, so to speak, sooner than I would have, she said. But again, if he worked at the club, and the black guy, Mr. Floyd here, worked at the club together as security, you're a team. You're buddies. We got a job to do tonight. Let's keep it clean. Let's keep the club going good. Okay. And he's out there arresting you, choking you, and you're not even going to mention, dude, it's me. Like, something stinks here, folks. I'm not sure what, but something stinks. So all I'm saying is, God help us all. If the president's wife comes out here in the near future and talks about a time where our nation needs to heal because of the riots and the looting and, most importantly, the death of George Floyd. If my guy knew this in advance, based on the healing speech, if we get no healing speech, then I'm not saying that, This is all contingent on a healing speech coming. And if it doesn't, okay, I thought maybe, it's worth talking about. At some point, the healing speech is coming. Again, I thought, well, it's probably because of, we got the COVID thing, all these supposed, these deaths of, which now 50% of them were old person's home, massive pre-existing conditions, of course. There's something related to that in some way. Okay, it's probably coming. Or, again, there arrests of people. This is a whole other level. This is a few levels. This is beyond another level. This is light years away level. Like, there's another level, then it went light years away. You're never going to catch it. Level. If my dude gets this, again, mind absolutely blown. However, it means they knew in advance of something like this coming. Identically coming. Which begs the question, how would you know a white police officer is going to choke out a black man in order for the president's wife to give a speech? Oh, excuse me. Address the nation. You must have some serious, serious people deep undercover spying on the bad guys like you can't believe to know something. So, again, it hasn't happened yet. So what I'm telling you right now is complete nonsense. Right now. When it goes next level, and then out of this world, is if and only if President Trump's wife gives the speech, again, the announcement, addresses the nation. Excuse me. Gotta be very clear, because he did tell me later. She's going to address the nation. It's not just gonna be a speech. Oh, pardon me. That's even bigger. It's not just a quick little thing like she was doing. She's addressing the nation. So, President Trump, by the way, let me click on his Twitter, because he made a statement today that was pretty interesting. I can't stand back and watch this happen to a great American city, Minneapolis. A total lack of leadership. Either the very weak radical left mayor, Jacob Frey, get his act together and bring the city under control, or I will send in the National Guard and get the job done right. And then he said, these thugs are dishonoring the memory of George Floyd, and I won't let that happen. Just spoke to Governor Tim Walz and told him that the military is with him all the way. Any difficulty, and we will assume control. But when the looting starts, the shooting starts. Thank you. President Trump just laid it down, son. Now notice the word, again, let's look at the word choice. All capital letters, thugs. These thugs are dishonoring the memory of George Floyd. Well, who exactly? Who's the thug, Mr. President? Are these just random people? Was it the police officer with the purple mask? Was it the police officer? Who specifically? The rioters? Again, and the rioters, undercover agent provocateurs? See, he doesn't say. Blanket statement. Thugs. You figure it out. Again, God help us all if the president's wife comes out and makes a major announcement, again, an address of the nation. She addresses the nation. And the topic is we need to heal. This poor guy died. The city of Minneapolis, whatever. The nation needs to heal from this. It would give me such great confidence in President Trump, his military leaders behind him, that the deepest, darkest quote-unquote conspiracy theories, shootings and things you and I have looked at over the past and said, hey, wait a minute, why is that person at that shooting? They're also at that shooting. They're also at that shooting. Oh, they're also at the Boston Marathon bombing. Wow, how strange. It gives me the utmost confidence. It would give me the utmost confidence. They know about everything. Because how in the hell would this individual be able to tell me the president's wife is going to address the nation on the topic of healing? And I'm out here using the word speech. She's going to give a speech. He goes, no. Not a speech. She's going to address the nation. Oh, that's a major, okay. That's a major speech. Oh, okay, got it. And again, not just a speech. You're addressing the nation. She can give a speech anywhere. It doesn't mean she's addressing the nation. It just means whoever's watching tunes in. Okay. She's addressing the nation. Okay, got it. We're going to know here in a matter of days, I guess, huh? I would think. Well, I don't know. We'll see. Take care.